Hey, all right, today we're going to talk about all things interest rates. All right. So, interest rates we know are tied to inflation. Inflation was at its highest in November. Shortly after that, we got a lower read on inflation, CPI report. And since then, interest rates had gone from about 7.5% to about 10 days ago, they were at 5.99%. And while we know that inflation is overall going to continue downward and interest rates will trend with it, it is going to be a bumpy road. 10 days ago, we actually started getting some inflationary readings. We got an inflationary reading on a job creation report. We had more job creations, which of course is more money into the economy, which is very inflationary. Then followed by a CPI report, which is a core inflation report it showed lower inflation than last year, but it showed higher inflation than what was expected. Bond market reacted negatively. Interest rates went up a little bit. Most recently, we got a retail sales report. Retail sales is just consumer spending. For whatever reason, people are still spending money like crazy. I know they're not loan officers or real estate agents, but it's everybody else that is spending money other than us. And, because of all the spending, that into the economy, that's very inflationary. Interest rates ticked up again. And so, what's so disheartening about it is we were really starting to see great traction. Buyer activity was picking up. Certainly phone calls were getting a lot better when we were going over payments that were just much more manageable at 6% than they were at 7.5%. But again, the road is not going to be a straight one. It is going to be bumpy. And there might be an opportunity here to revisit the buy down, no longer the 2-1 buy down. A 1.0 buy down is a very aggressive short-term buy down of an interest rate for 1 year. We know that interest rates are going to get much lower last quarter of this year into the first quarter of 2024. So a 1.0 buy down might just be a really good strategy to deploy. Get an interest rate from 6.5% down to 5.5%, really get that buyer, the home they're looking for with an affordable payment. And if we are continuing to see a little bit of softness, ideally getting the seller to pay for all the closing costs. So at least something to think about. Our job here in part is to always let you know what's going on with all things, mortgage related, interest rate related, and then of course how that then translates to our real estate market. So I hope this helps. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Have a great weekend. Talk with you soon.